Whenever you come across this tarot reading, you'll never guess how this person actually feels about you. All right, where for some of you, now we do have the card conflict here. You could be in conflict. We have the card second chance on the bottom of the deck. As I split it, resistance, secret admirer, suppressing and timid. And I will say there's definitely someone who's hiding a little bit here. You could be a divine masculine. This person could also be divine masculine. We do have the card union. And then terms, working out, begging, and negotiating. There is someone who has deeper feelings for you than you realize. Because we have divine masculine. Sneaky, fake profile, hiding from you behind the scenes and social media. So they might be looking at your social media, your pages, etc. This is someone who's hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. And it does say emotions here. Where this person, they have an emotional pull towards you. All right. And you'll never guess how this person feels because they haven't said it to you quite yet, but they watch your content. They watch you online. They look you up if you have social media. If not, they're simply thinking about you. And this person has unexplainable feelings towards you. And they actually really, like, they're wondering, what could this be? There's a song, what is that called? Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Yeah, there's a song that says, am I wrong for thinking that we can be something for real? Second chance here, where there is someone here that they have emotions for you. You know, they love you and they don't even know why they feel so deeply about you, but they're like, man, I love that person. I love that man. I love that girl. I love that person. Divine masculine here. All right, so let's see what this is. Oh, they want to pursue you. There's chemistry here. Okay, we do have pursuit. So this is someone who is perhaps secretly manifesting you. All right, they have secret feelings towards you in a good way. This person is wondering, what would life, with the hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting, this person is wondering, what would life look like if this person was my partner, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, wife, husband? All right, now what do we have here for the collective? Why the Seven of Cups for the collective? What do we have here for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why do we have fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why the Empress card and the Nine of Wands? Why do we have the Empress card and the Nine of Wands? What is the outcome here for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? I will say, this person here, all right, you could be a powerful manifestor. This person may be a powerful manifestor because this person, and it doesn't even feel like they're doing it on purpose, to be quite honest with you. Like, this is not someone who's like, let me visualize the collective and write their name 10 times on a piece of paper. You know, like, that's not what they're doing here, or you're doing, I guess. But the Two of Cups here, this is someone who is really, a Seven of Cups is a dreamy energy. This person, it's like the astral dream realm with the Seven of Cups. This person is wondering the possibility. What would life look like if the collective were my person? All right, this is someone that they go to your page, they see pictures of you, or they see you, you know, say out and about, and this person's really attracted to you. This person wants to pursue you. And with the divine masculine energy here, I'm seeing like a hunt, okay? It does say hunting down. And I will say, I do sense and feel a divine masculine energy that has decided that they want that and to hunt it, okay? Like, that's what I'm seeing. So this person, whoever they are, but they are in the divine masculine energy for sure. And it almost feels like this person is trying to, like, decipher and understand within their own self of, like, is this real? Is what I'm feeling real? I'm really being led to pursue the collective, but, you know, so this person's trying to make sure on their end too, is like, is what I feel real? Why do we have the Empress card for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why the Empress card and the Three of Coins for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why the Nine of Wands for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why the 9 of Wands and the 4 of Swords for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, and union? This person is stuck in some way, shape, or form. Why the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? This person wants to cut through. I'm almost seeing like bamboo and someone there. Look at that. That emperor wants that empress here. And divine masculine does not have to be a man. It is just simply divine masculine energy. But this emperor here wants that empress. And what I'm seeing is like bamboo and like cutting through bamboo. Where if there's a blockage, this person wants to remove it. What is this 8 of Swords here for? What is this 8 of Swords for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Why the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Yeah. This person does want you, but and why the 2 of Cups here? Why do we have the 2 of Cups for the outcome of fake profile, emotions, manifesting, and union? Why the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Coins? Why do we have the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Coins for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? Interesting, there is joy after this. However, there's some sort of blockage here. Why Queen of Swords in reverse for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? There's a blockage from the past. That's what this is. Somebody wants to fix it. This could be on your end or even on their end. There is something preventing you both from coming together, whether it be their own life or your own life. Why the Queen of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Cups for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? And then why Queen of Swords in reverse here for fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union? This could be them. It could also be you. But I'm seeing someone who's coming out of a karmic cycle. 9 of Wands with the 4 of Swords here. Someone's finding balance here. And that's what's preventing you both from coming together. But I will say by the end of this reading, I do see a beautiful union. And I see I see exactly what this is. There's a little bit of divine prevention. Divine protection, 7 of Wands, and divine prevention from something happening too early, it almost seems. Where somebody is still clearing out like a karmic cycle. 7 of Coins, where it's in someone's foundation. Again, whether it be your foundation or their foundation, someone feels as if you're the one. There's still some things to clear here. Why Queen of Swords in reverse with the 2 of Coins? The Lover's card. Oh, is there in between? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. In between. Something's not fully cleared out yet. That's what this is. But it could be like family. It could be children, things like that. Someone is very interested, but someone is in the midst of a lot of clearing out of karma. Coming to balance. But then we have the Lover's card, where there's a relationship from the past that there's a lot of karmic weight and debt. There could have been money shared. We have 6 of Cups with the 6 of Wands. So that's the key thing here, though, where somebody is very interested in you. Like they want to hunt you down, okay? Whoever you are, non-gender specific, it is just masculine energy of hunting. And they want to, get the hunt, which is you, in a good way. But, There's a little bit of self-restraint that this person is kind of forced to have. They have a lot of emotions towards you. They can't really do too much. This person, there's some sort of past victory, success, or money that is in a past contract or relationship. So this could be like this person, say, is going through legal things with their old job. They're going through legal things with their old relationship. But there's a lot of victory, success, and money tied up into this old contract, where this person is showing up in reverse because they are finding balance right now. So they do want to move forward towards you, but it's actually kind of your protection that they can't, fully move forward towards you yet. So this person's in a lot of self-restraint. God, Spirit, actually wants this person to heal. Four of Swords here, where this person is finding calmness, balance, healing through the situation. They're finding balance financially, and then they're also finding balance within. Nine of Wands, they've been in a fight. Okay, so when this person does come forward towards your way, they're coming forward in bandages, where they've already, like I'm seeing a wounded warrior. They've already been through a war. And that's like some sort of karmic, big karmic cycle this person was releasing. And then that's when they move forward towards you. But some of their wounds, they're not coming forward to you to be bandaged by you. It's kind of like in the process that they're healing. It doesn't feel like too long after though, but we have beautiful energy here. We have the Sun card, Seven of Coins, the Two of Cups. What this reading is saying is that this person knows that you're the one for them. You are the one for them, is like what this reading is showing. Right person, kind of karmic timing, where what this is showing is this is an amazing foundation in the future when the foundations are strong and kind of cleared out from this. For the outcome of this reading, why do we have the Two of Cups, the Seven of Coins, and the Sun card? For the outcome of fake profile emotions manifesting union. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Leo. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, this person's caught in a lot of financial and legal stuff. And it's from, again, either a past contract with work or a past relationship here. And they're clearing out, though, a lot. After they do, there's just a very pure and clean and open foundation for you both. And I really do see this person's dreams and hopes actually coming true when it comes to you. So what is the advice for this reading? What is the advice for fake profile emotions manifesting union? Why the High Priestess for fake profile emotions manifesting union? There is something that you may see or know or pick up on that this person does not. Because we have here to follow your intuition. When it comes to this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ten of Swords. Okay. So this person is showing up as Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Fool card, so Aquarius. They may very well have very pure intentions for you and desire you and want you. There's a warning here of following your intuition. This person, I see it working out and potentially working out. But it feels like when you meet this person, to just be very mindful of not attaching yourself to what they have going on. We have trusting your intuition, the High Priestess, Eight of Cups, walking away, and the Ten of Wands. For the collective here on fake profile emotions manifesting union. Why the High Priestess card for fake profile emotions manifesting union? You are someone who is showing up as very spiritually wise. You have the High Priestess with the Hermit card over here. Your intuition's correct. You're someone who introspects. You're very wise. Why the Eight of Cups here for fake profile emotions manifesting union? Why the Eight of Cups? Nope. No. Where this reading takes a shift as far as the advice. The answer is no. And by that, I mean, you know better, collective. The Hermit card, the High Priestess, Eight of Cups. You could end up in, if you engage with this person while they're in the in-between, you can take on their karma. And that's why it's coming through of like, no, but you know better, collective. Don't mingle with this person. This person does want you, but don't mingle with this person. What this reading is saying is, on a spiritual level, you know better. The High Priestess with the Hermit card, you know better. Why the High Priestess with the Hermit card? Why do we have the High Priestess with the Hermit card for fake profile, emotions, manifesting union? You cannot engage yourself into any of this. This is someone here that's involved in a lot. And Spirit is saying, oh, don't do it. Five of Cups, don't do it. You could take on their karma. And yes, they do want you, but if they want you, they'll do the work to align. If not, I will say there's a warning here of like, you could kind of take on their karma. Why the Eight of Cups and the Death card for fake profile, emotions, manifesting union? Why the Eight of, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. This reading has taken a turn. On a spiritual level, you know better. This person, but there's something about this person where if you were to be romantically involved with this person, it can bring almost like instant karma to you. This could be, yeah, it's definitely someone who's clearing out a karmic cycle. But especially say if they're involved with anyone else in some way, shape, or form, on a spiritual level, what this is saying is you know better. Now, why the Ten of Wands here? Why do we have the Ten of Wands for fake profile, emotions, manifesting union? Why the Ten of Wands? You know better, collective. And this reading is taking a turn. Now, it's very nice for someone to want you and to desire you in the ways it is that this person is, but don't let your loneliness, don't let the parts of you that do want to be desired, don't allow that to distract you from the truth of what it is. This person does desire you, yes, they do, but we don't need, it would be nice for you to be desired, but it doesn't have to be in this way. Like, you could wait a little bit more, a few weeks, a few days, a few months, a few years, than to get yourself into this. This person does want you, but this is the discernment of this is not your person. This person does desire you. It would be like an instant karma if you were to be with this person. This is someone who's going through a lot. That with the Eight of Swords here, actually the reason why the Eight of Swords is here is because you're actually being protected without realizing it. This is someone that their karma that they're going through, it could bring you all the way down. And again, it's nice to be desired, but not if it causes all of this. You could wait, for the true energy, the true person, the true chemistry here. You could wait, it's not this person. This fun for a night will bring you karmic cycles for times to come. We have the Queen of Coins here, the Ten of Wands, the Hangman. What this reading is ultimately showing is, because we had the Two of Cups, the Sun card, and we had the Seven of Pentacles over here. Is there a potential or possibility? Yes. When we talk about tarot readings or even Akashic records, it's simply potential and possibilities. Then there's free will of all sides in a situation where I do see potential between you both in the future. I will say, as far as timing, right? Because I'm seeing a wheel of time. This person, say if you both are truly meant to be, I actually see them going through a spiritual awakening before you both come together. But you will meet this person before they have fully awakened, and you could kind of be a part of like that calamity, a part of like the and what's the word? Collateral damage. Spiritual collateral damage. That's what I'm seeing here. It would end up being a burden for you. If you were to be with this person now, which again, this person though is feeling like they actually do kind of have a soul desire for you, because I will say they don't even know why they feel the way that they feel towards you. And it is because it's on a soul level. So this person is right. And I will say it's genuine and pure in that sense. But this person would end up being a burden to you. If you were to be with this person through chemistry and attraction alone, you would kind of have to teach this person. This person's going to have multiple spiritual awakenings and healings as they're with you. And so what this reading is saying is it is kind of worth it to be with this person after they clear something out than to rush into something from chemistry and attraction and spark. There is potential here. It could be very detrimental to get with this person. Can I have a card for what's coming through in my mind's eye? I have one card for what's coming through in my mind's eye. 4 of Cups, the Star card. Aquarius energy. With the star, hope, faith, and trust. This is also you having boundaries and you, though, being in your ethics and integrity. This is spiritual integrity here. It's integrity in different ways. And the key part here, because we do have the 5 of Swords here, don't self-sabotage. This reading is actually saying that you know better. However, especially for those of you, you maybe haven't had anyone desire you in some time, or haven't seen anyone in some time, there's definitely someone here that really does desire you, but you do know better. 4 of Cups here, it could lead to a missed opportunity. Because ultimately there's a lot that has to happen here that has to be cleared or healed or whatever it is. And this definitely is like a warning of do not allow one night or, like a fling to impact your life. It's never, ever worth that. All right, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. Collective, I will say it's saying here that you know better. And so do better. And there's a big warning here of High Priestess card, the Hermit card, and the Magician card with that. You know better. Now, this may not resonate with all of you, but for some of you, you're very powerful. Okay, so it's more of like you're a very powerful person. For some of you, you might be very spiritual. You have either very strong spiritual gifts, you have spiritual power, you got Ashe. Because of that, you know better. And what this reading is saying is, if you were to be with this person, I'm going to use these words for those of you who resonate. Like, you would kind of initiate them. So that's why Spirit's saying of like, well, chill out for a second. This person's going through a lot, but you're someone who has a lot of power. And so, you might be someone that, when people are with you, like they really attune to your frequency. Like you're a healer. You're someone that brings healing to people. There's something about you not touching or engaging with this relationship because you know better. And there is something along the lines of, and take this with a grain of salt, that you understanding your power. And something about just like integrity, where you're someone who's very powerful. And so if you see someone, like say going through all this, through all that, you might also just be, a sponge to energy. Be careful. You bring in all this energy circuit to someone, say, who's going through a lot and who's already clearing out karma. And so what Spirit's just saying is, on your end, know better, do better. Don't engage with the situation. I'll give an example. Say you're a professor at a university and your student asks you to, I don't know, go out for like a cup of coffee, but like completely separate from You know, like say somebody like wants to, I don't know, like become a friend with you, and you're a professor at a university and this is your student, which at that point, like, you know, everybody is adult, so like it's different, you know, things like that. But this is you of just having the boundaries of, you know, no, I actually can't sit here and talk about this with a cup of coffee, kind of thing. Because what I see here is like when it starts to just become personal, but then like I see just like that you either become into a relationship with that. I will say, like, it really seems like a relationship, like a romantic relationship, or like say even platonic relationship. But you're already someone who has a lot of spiritual power, you know, maybe expectations with the position it is that you are and what you do. Say, for example, you're someone who, I don't know, like a shaman that clears out entities. And this is someone who's very interested in you, that's in a lot of a mess. They could probably use a ceremony from you. If you kind of get with them, be careful about that, you know? This is someone who could use a ceremony from you, a class from you. There is a key thing here of this person has more karma to clear and some healing and spiritual awakening to do. And this is not you having too big of an ego or not being humble. This is actually truth. You know, like sometimes like student versus teacher, where it's like, yeah, but everybody's a student, everybody's the teacher. This reading is the proof of like, oh, but sometimes you need to know when you are the teacher and when to have a little bit of boundaries here. Yes, everyone's the teacher, everyone's the student. In this reading, remember that you're the teacher. And that's what this reading is saying. And that's not coming from a place of ego or hierarchy. It's coming from a place of truth here. All right, so what's a card of overall advice? One card of advice for the collective when it comes to fake profile, emotions, manifesting, union. Two of Wands and the Moon card, choices. Pay attention to your choices. Ace of Cups. You know, you are love. We have Ace of Cups over here. And there's just a lot of things about ethics and integrity here. You know, where it's not okay over here. It's okay if it happens in this way. It's not okay over here. And that's like what this reading is saying, is don't pretend that it is okay. Don't make excuses and try to manipulate the truth of like, it's okay. It's actually not okay over here. It's okay for them to feel that way and to have those feelings, or even to like to desire you, because I'm going to be honest, this is a tricky, sticky reading, because it is showing that there is a great potential between you both. Absolutely not right here, not right now. And there's nothing that this person can even tell you of like, but it's okay, but there's no hierarchy, but this, but that. There is no buts in this reading. This is a reading that's saying, remember that you are the teacher. Remember who you are. You know, remember that you're the healer. Remember that you're the teacher. You're this, you're that. Because this person's going to tell you a lot of things, and then there's going to be a lot of emotions and feelings in the midst of it. Don't allow that to distort your third eye, your vision. Because this reading is saying, you do know better, so do better. And don't allow this person to tempt you or to convince you. Yeah, this is a lot about remaining ethical, true, and in integrity. And it's interesting that it's not saying that it can't not happen, but don't engage with this or this person at all until that's actually done, you know. Sticky reading situation. All right, what do we have here for the collective? How does this person feel about the collective? We have deja vu. Yeah, this person like feels things towards you, but what this reading is saying is, or picking up even on things, this reading is saying do not engage. How does this person feel about the collective? I will say there's silence though. Okay, so like this is all here, and I will say this is a sticky, tricky reading, but this person, there's no words here. So it doesn't feel like you both are in contact anymore or right now. How does the collective feel about this person? Poker face. You're in poker face. Okay, so you're just like, nope, I'm not engaging. Look at that, poker face. This reading is saying, know better, do not engage. Nope. Yeah, you're not taking a risk. This reading is pretty clear, but it's also so interesting. In this reading, you're showing up as the person who should know better in a situation. You know, where, again, like it is innocent, but no, don't do it. Poker face, not showing feelings, rolling the dice. You know, so that's the energy that you're in. What's the advice for the collective? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. You got the Twin Flames card. I'll be very honest. The Twin Flames card actually fell out before this reading. And I had laughed because I put it back and I'm like, the collective is going to be like, oh, read the reading. Stop trying to put the card away. Twin Flames. We do have Twin Flames here. So you guys could be mirroring emotions. You could also be Twin Flames. What do we have here for advice for the collective? Yeah, someone's very, sad here. We do have crushed, sadness, broken heart. It does say present. So presently, someone feels sad. I will say someone's protected here. Protected aura, divine guardian. Guardian angel, protected aura, divine intervention. Someone is sad here. Crushed, sadness, broken heart. And then we do have the present. So presently, someone's protected, but they're also sad in this situation. Why do we have sadness here? Why sadness for advice for this situation? Why do we have sadness here? So interesting. This is like a... No. You're protected here. You are protected. It's just interesting here, where there is a lot of emotional pull in this connection. It's like the temptation is not even, what we think it usually is, like things like lust and things like that. The temptation is actually that there is true, genuine love and feelings here, but kind of like that it's taboo. It's not right, like it's not. And again, like not that it's, this is a tricky, sticky tarot reading. But I will say this is a tarot reading where it's like taboo. It wouldn't necessarily be right. It's like something that's in the workplace, student, teacher, say just someone who has a lot of spiritual power, like a, even like guru type of thing that, should not, usually should not be involved, in say relationships like this kind of thing. And not even like it's a bad relationship or that this person's a bad person. But what I'm seeing is they're still in the old timeline. And overall, 111 rather, as I say that, that's just what's going on here. This person's in an old and lower timeline. Don't tether with their timeline. There's not temptation in the ways that we usually know it. The only temptation here is that this is actually like a genuine connection. It just shouldn't be. And that's what kind of makes this tricky and sticky. What do we have here for the collective? What is advice for the collective on fake profile, emotions, manifesting union? Why envy for fake profile, emotions, manifesting union? So interesting. We do have door to value. We have happy family here. Door to value, all tied up. I see what this is. There's still things in people from the past. Yes, there is somebody here who wants to hunt. I'll give this example. But for some of you, this may resonate. Say not that it matters either. Not that it matters over here, but say for example, because what this is also showing is like, it can be, say, someone who's transitioning from one relationship to the next, someone who's in separation or divorce. It's being careful. There's a spirit of envy over here, where the key thing is there's people involved with this person. You could be dealing with the spirit, inviting in the spirit of envy by kind of like engaging with this person too soon, where it could tie up things for you. We have happy family, door to value, but it's all tied up for them. And it could be like, again, kind of like inviting in, like say for example, the ex-husband, ex-wife, right? Let's stay away from the situation. Like, again, not that anybody has power over you either, but you're also kind of inviting in energy that you don't have to. Like, say for example, this person is dealing with a lot of people in their life, a very angry ex-wife, ex-husband, very, they're going through a court situation, whatever it may be. You could kind of allow that into your own life. I'm going to grab one of these cards over here. For advice when it comes to this situation for the collective. Why do we have happy family, action, door to value, all tied up in envy? This reading has just, these cards rather, have just confirmed everything. The Sun Dancer, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. Don't fumble your own blessings over here. So this reading is just confirming it, where, like, Spirit's saying just that you know better. It's interesting here because, as soon as I say that, I'm actually just getting a download. You're someone who's very powerful. You're showing up as the Hermit card, the High Priestess, and the Magician card. I'm just going to say it for those of you who resonate, and this part will not resonate with everyone. If the people going against them come against you, you will F all of them up. However, you also don't have to be in that situation. You would find yourself in a spiritual warfare that you don't have to be in. Their ex-partner and spouse will come after you. Like, the people that they're in conflict with can now have their eyes on you, where you then become the target. That's why we have wisdom, power of the divine, the Lady of Lightning, sometimes shock, surprise, wisdom. Again, the theme of this reading is you know better. But this is also, there's no shame in this reading. Like, there's no shame when it comes to you or this person. I'm actually seeing in the reading, there's potential here. The reading is saying, maybe this person doesn't, but you do, collective. Power of the divine and wisdom. And with the power of the divine, though, this is your power. It's interesting that I said the words, it's like your electric circuit, can kind of blow up the whole situation. And so if this is a very karmic situation and you do bring even karma, balance, whatever it may be, spiritual power, don't engage with the situation. You could find yourself in spiritual warfare that you did not have to find yourself in. So don't enter the battlefield that's already there. That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.